Alright people, Max Allen here again and welcome back to another Insanity Run video for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Today we're on Noveria. We're just going to pick up here from when you head off to the main research base. We're just going to skip the first section in this video when you get to Noveria, because there's a lot of running back and forth, getting the garage pass. There's not a lot of combat in that section. And I kind of want to keep this video underneath an hour long, so we'll just start from the Mako section here. We're basically just going to try to take out these turrets and the Geth from a bit of a distance, so we don't really take too much damage. Again, the Mako is pretty good for sniping these these enemies. Pretty powerful, takes them down pretty easily. Okay. Try to dodge all these rockets. It's a really good thing you're not on foot during this section, or you just get destroyed so badly on Insanity. Because there's so many Geth destroyers with the rocket launchers around here. There's a Geth Colossus we're going to have to fight. Our last fight against one of them back on Liara's mission when we were on foot, it's one of the first things that actually killed us, so it's always wise to be careful of Geth Colossus on Insanity. I think I could probably just, oh, it's an amateur. I think I could probably just drive past all these enemies if I really wanted to. But you get quite a good bit of XP for destroying them, so I think it's worth our while just take it down to Geth, even though we could just speed past them. If I was doing a speed run, I definitely wouldn't bother fighting any of them. But again, we're on Insanity, so we sort of want to get as much XP as possible. Is there any more turrets over here? Okay, another couple of Geth troopers. Okay. Main gunners really just taking them down pretty quickly. Is there another turret or something over here? Yeah, it's behind this rock. Oh. There we go. 915 XP, nice. Not really that many enemies on this section of the road. They could have put a few more turrets along here. It's just they haven't got that much. There aren't that many enemies in this section. I think back in the day they made this road as long as it was just to sort of make this level a bit bigger feeling, because like Liara's level, it's not really that developed of a planet, Noveria. You just have this sort of one section where you're doing everything on, and the rest of it is a drive towards the main base. It's kind of linear. But it was 2007, so it's not the worst level design in the world. What the hell is still shooting me? Did I miss a turret? Okay, that could have went badly if I'd been hit on foot by that turret. I don't know why I didn't realise that was up there. And we'll just put up this last bit of charm so we can fully keep Rex alive now. When we get to that mission on Vermeer, Rex should definitely survive. We'll just probably charm him from executing Shepard, thankfully. There should be a firefight in here. Yeah, we're immediately getting shot. Nice. Get to cover. We'll try and use the assault rifle a bit, because I think this assault rifle is pretty powerful. But if we need to, we'll just get the sniper rifle out again. Yeah, there's a Geth juggernaut down there. Oh, that really took our health down. Okay, shield boost. And immunity, just in case. Not sure how much immunity actually helps on insanity, but... Is that a Krogan warlord or something down there? And again, shooting from behind that I didn't realise was there for some reason. Yeah, the Krogan I was shooting at before. I think that's another one. Again, I can't remember why any Krogan fight for Saren. Is it because he has that research base on Vermeer that he convinced some of them that he's looking for the Genophage cure? Are those clones from his army or something that he was trying to build? I can't remember the exact reason. I think it's probably something to do with Vermeer anyway. Okay, we'll just head into these labs. The Rachni are a pretty tough enemy, even on normal or casual. They really take your health down pretty quickly. But we brought Liara for this mission for a change, because after that section there's not really that many Geth. It's mainly just Rachni. Hopefully Liara can... There's Geth in here actually too. Thought we were finished with Geth. Up. Okay, shield boost please. There we go. Immunity. Where's this last Geth? There we go. Thought these were Rachni over here for some reason, because I'm pretty sure this is the area where the Rachni first show up. Nice. Now we're going to get a cutscene with the Rachni.
What was that?
Probably debris. Don't have a panic attack. I'll protect you.
Rex, don't worry, I'll protect you. Well, it's great to always bring Rex everywhere. He always has something funny to say. Again, I actually think it's a bit controversial opinion, but I think Rex is the best squad mate in the first game. A lot of people, they love Garrus, but I think people forget. Oh, did Liara go down? We use Unity then. I think people forget Garrus doesn't become as badass as he is until Mass Effect 2, in my opinion anyway. The first game, Rex really stands out as the best squad mate. Okay, the Rachni are pretty tough. At least we can knock them or sort of stun lock them.
What were those?
They'll be fine now. There's someone in
It's actually interesting that Rex doesn't recognize the Rachni. It's his whole his whole deal as Krogan history and the glory of his people, and he absolutely knows about the Rachni War. It's pretty hard not to know about it if you're a Krogan, and he discusses it a lot. So it's interesting that he's never seen a picture of what a Arachni looks like or heard it described, because I thought he would immediately have gone, "God damn, it's a Arachni, kill them all." And the aura has been taken out again, okay. So that just kind of proves that the Arachni can one-shot people. Maybe I really needed to get Liara some better armor or something, or we're going to be spending a lot of this mission healing her. Oh well, at least Rex, he sort of hasn't been put down yet. As long as we've got Rex, it should be fine. These little green guys, they can one-shot you as well, so it's best to take them out when they're at a distance.
Turn this thing on.
Okay. I have to reactivate something in here first, don't I? The power junction. Yeah, turn that on. And then we have to go repair the little VI interface. There's a little mini game you can do to repair it, but to be honest, it takes too long. So I'm just going to use Omnigel to overwrite the system. I think most people do this. They just, if they have enough Omnigel, they're just like repair for 100 Omnigel. Yep. So I'm not really using Omnigel for anything else. So if you are on Insanity and you want to sort of speed along through it, it is a good idea to have Omnigel saved up for this mission, just to be able to override that minigame quicker.
Respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard.
It's not the most difficult minigame in the world, but it is kind of annoying.
Please.
And sometimes you don't want to deal with it, you just want to get back into the combat and get it moved along to the next part of the mission.
Relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to binary helix executives.
So I think after we get the VA up and running, what we have to do is to repair the train, or the tram even. We have to put the fuel lines back on or something like that, and then we have to head up to the roof, turn on some something up there.
User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
You have to get a damage report, or else we can't go up there. Or the doors don't open if you don't get the damage report. I think that's how it works.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures.
Yeah, gotta go to the main reactor.
Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled.
Landline connections, that's what we have to reconnect on the roof, I think.
Complete.
There's gonna be some Arachni up there. They're gonna be pretty tricky to deal with if I remember correctly. But I think we'll take them down first.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
And in the other area where you have to repair the main reactor or whatever, I think there's Geth in there. Just remember, there is more Geth in this level. For some reason I thought you stopped fighting Geth once you got to this area, but it's all coming back to me now. There is Geth in that other area where you have to create the repairs.
Cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
What are the landlines?
I think we'll just ask about these, because if we don't, the door doesn't open. Or maybe I'm imagining that. But I remember once I just skipped through all this dialogue, so I wanted to get on with the game. And then the door to the next area wasn't open. Or the door to either of the areas was not open. And I spent ages going, why the hell can't I get out here? And then eventually I figured I had to go back and speak to the VI.
I'm sorry,
and if she hasn't informed you about the repairs you need to do, then you won't be able to leave.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander.
Yeah, the journal's updated now. We can head up here to the roof.
Alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Excuse me.
Now exiting to the roof.
This little fight can be pretty tricky because there's like 3 or 4 Arachni charging at you at once. And again, their little poison things they shoot at you can take you down pretty quickly. As we've seen, Liara got taken out in one shot, I think. Yeah, we'll just try to stay back from them. Hit him with throw And overkill. That was out. Nice. Come on, Rex. We're all going for Rex, so that's Rex is doing a good job.
User alert. Main reactor
Yeah,
shut
I think
down
that's
in
all of them.
accordance with emergency
Alright, that didn't go as
containment
badly as I
procedures.
thought it would.
Manual restart required.
It went pretty smoothly. Rex took a little bit of damage there, but you know, he stayed on his feet. Good job, Rex. And Liara didn't get put down either, so just looking around if there's anything else to hack here. Don't think so. We can speak to the VA again, but I don't think there's any reason to. We can just get on with this mission. Ooh. Next area might be a bit more tricky. Thought the
User
Arachnite was
alert.
going to be the hard
Main
bit,
reactor
but
shut down in accordance with emergency
I
containment
think there's
procedures.
a few Geth
Manual
Juggernauts in
restart
this,
required.
or Geth Destroyers in this next area. Oh, hello Arachnite. Okay, that took half our health. That was bad. Forgot that guy shows up here.
Negative contact, Shepard.
Okay, we'll head out and yeah, I think there's a few Geth Destroyers, a few drones we're going to have to deal with. Shouldn't be too bad, but again, we might get into trouble. Hopefully Rex will just tank all the damage. Everyone will just aim for him, and then we'll just take them out while they're busy doing
Main
that.
reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Okay, so we'll just open this little crate, and we'll head out this way. Oh, Geth Stalkers, I forgot they were going to be here. And there's a destroyer just running in immediately. Okay, shield boost. And where is he? Gets backing away, slowing down. Okay, there he is. Ah, he's charging again. Put him down, nice. And this one's just running in, okay. There we go. Luring them into this room seems like a good plan. Go out, lure one of them in, take them down.
User
Throw a grenade
alert.
out there.
Main reactor
Hopefully that
shut down
damaged
in
someone.
accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual
Geth
restart required.
Stalkers. They're actually just sitting there waiting for us to shoot them for once, which is nice. There's so many of them, I didn't remember that many of these Geth Stalkers being here. Ah, they sabotaged my weapon. Okay, Rex. Hopefully you're not just shooting the wall and you actually are getting closer. Okay. Is that all of them? No. How many Geth Stalkers does there need to be in this room? We actually leveled up because we took so many of them out.
User alert. Main
I think
reactor
there's a
shut
Geth
down in
rocket
accordance with emergency containment
enemy in here
procedures.
somewhere.
Manual restart required.
Just hack this little box. Probably don't need any of that, but well, gets his XP. There's the Geth Juggernaut I thought was around here. He actually went down pretty easily. Nice. Just want to take him down because when we're running about down there, he can sort of hit you with a rocket to the face if you're not paying attention. And we really don't want to get taken out at this point. Okay, and yeah, here's the fuel line. Okay, and that's that fixed. Yeah, there we go. We've completed the repairs. Nice. Now I think we can just move on and head to the main base where Matriarch Brenezia is. Again, that's not a reason to bring Liara on this mission, because she has dialogue with her mother. Sort of makes the whole scene more powerful, I guess. But on Insanity, it might have been better to bring Tali again. Just because of the amount of Geth in here that I forgot about. She could have hacked them maybe, and that would have helped us out a little. But I suppose the main thing is we have Rex, and he really keeps us going through most of this. No Arachni, I forgot to jump out. Okay, because of the ammunition I have on now, it's pretty easy to stun lock these guys. But if there's a lot of them coming at you at once, you can get quickly overwhelmed. So it's best not to get too overconfident. Hopefully this is the right way and I haven't taken the wrong elevator.
Now entering
Again, the thing about Noveria I don't really like is this lab design. It's pretty easy to get turned around and head down the same corridors over and over again. Because a lot of the, well, most of the corridors, they do just look the same. Okay, can't hack that, we don't have enough skill. This is why we should have brought Tali. Damn it. How do we get in there then? We don't have enough electronics skill. Do we just force our way in? No, decryption's too low as well. Please don't tell me I've glitched the game by not having enough skill.
Processing new data.
We can't really be trapped here, can we? I'm guessing there's going to be some option in here to just force the VA to open the doors. At least I hope there is, because most of the time I just have someone here who can hack that little interface next to us, and that sets everything on there in fire, and then you can just head on in.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the failsafe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The failsafe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Yeah, just
Unlock
open
the
it.
decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present.
Just gonna have to force this open because
passage is not recommended.
despite being an infiltrator, I never put up Shepard's electronic skills that much. I just put everything in the sniper rifles, assault rifles, and charm.
That's all I need right now.
Suppose if we didn't want to keep Rex alive, it would have been easier to just put all the charm points in the electronics. Yeah, hopefully this isn't too bad and we can just machine gun our way through this bit. Grenade. Okay, that not going to hurt me. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I was expecting another one to jump out of it. These little green guys. They can be pretty dangerous. Did Liara go down? Why is Liara dead? I didn't think the Arachni got her at all in that bit. Oh well. We'll use Unity just to get her up and about, because if we leave her dead back there, this has happened to me before. If you go along in a mission at some points where there's an elevator or something like this where you're going to hit a loading screen, Liara or whoever died will not automatically just respawn in the elevator or whatever, and it sometimes leads them to getting kicked out of the mission, and then we'll just have me and Rex to do everything, which Rex probably can handle that, but it's good to have your other squad mate there just to draw some fire and do a little bit of extra damage, even if they are getting taken down a lot, because at least the time they spent drawing enemy fire is time the enemy are not aiming at Shepard, which is what we really need. So So we head in here, ignore the hot labs for now, I think it's locked up anyway. And we have to speak to the commander guy, what's his name? I forget what his name is.
Stand down. Sorry,
Ventralis.
on the tram.
I'd only be upset if they'd fired.
Even
So
hopped up
we
on
sort of just
stems
have to
might
deal
be
with
the
him
move.
for a little
2
while.
legs good, 4 legs bad. Look, you're human
You can
and that's
run
enough
through
that I
this
won't shoot.
section and draw a lot of
My name is
fire
Shepard.
from
I'm a spectre.
these guards,
Huh.
or you can try to help
I
out
won't
the
look at having a
doctor
horse in the
in the med bay,
The aliens overran the
and
hot
he'll
labs
give you a
last
back
week.
way
Only
into
Han Olo got out.
Matriarch Benezia's
First we
part
knew
of the lab,
bastards were
so
clawing
you
into
won't
my
have to
command
fight
post.
Ventralis
We had a
or
lot
all
more
his
staff.
You were taken by surprise.
men.
against civilians.
We sort of don't want to do that
You
on
did a good job,
Insanity.
Captain.
But if it was just more of a
Yeah.
casual run, I'd probably
There's
just
no
run
doubt
through.
The board
Please
sent in a
speak
SAR
through
to
this
clean up her
section a
mess.
bit.
She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
let
we'll
any
just,
of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card
Yeah,
will
he's
let you
giving us a
activate
card
it.
to activate
Take
the
you down to the
elevator.
hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that.
Okay, rack the ambush.
Hell, man the perimeter.
Go, go, go!
You don't actually have to help in this battle. You can just run away. And then when you come back later, Ventralis is like, sarcastically, he's like, oh, thanks for the help back there. Then Shepard just like, oh, you look like you could handle it.
I'll do
It's
whatever
pretty
I
cool.
can.
There's dialogue for
Why
the
they keep
player
throwing
being able to do
themselves against
something like
their
that.
Even animals should learn not to
Shows
stick
that
their
the
noses where it is.
developer really thought about the game and how the player's actions should have consequences. For everything Shepard does, the world and the character should have a reaction to it. That's a pretty good way of designing this game. So what we want to do is don't want to head out there because we'll get shot. If we head in here, I think we have to speak to a guard down here or something. Oh, there's so many elevators in this level. This is why Noveria gets kind of annoying, because you have to do so much traveling about in elevators, going up and down and back and forth. And again, it's pretty easy to get lost because all these corridors look really, really similar. Okay, aid station, we'll just open that, get a med gel back. We have to go in here and mix a cure, don't
You're
we?
not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a
So
spectre.
this
sent by
guard
the
could
Citadel.
just let us in.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
Right, okay, that didn't work. Maybe this guy helps us? See, it's been a little while since I've done it this
You
way.
know
I normally
things
just
out
run
there?
through on a normal difficulty and just shoot everyone. But because this is Insanity, we want to
Matriarch
avoid
Benezia survive
unnecessary combat.
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving.
Right, you don't really seem to know much either, so yeah, we need the proper authorization to get through that door. And to do that, we have to get into that other door where that guard is and mix the cure. But first, I guess we have to speak to the doctor up here first. What a waste of time. Oh well. If I had a better memory, that wouldn't have happened, that pointless journey down there. I think, yeah, is this the med bay? No, that's... Yeah, this is the med bay, here we go. Speak to this doctor guy. He'll give us a card. And
What do you
then
want?
we can go,
didn't hear about
or...
it.
No, he won't give us a card yet. He'll tell us, inform the guard down in the
happened to
place
these
we were
people?
just at to let us into that room
There was an accident.
in order to mix
I
a
have a
cure.
non-disclosure agreement.
And then once we have the
Shouldn't discuss
cure,
it with
he'll
anyone
give us the
outside
card
of the
that'll let
company.
us
But
continue
you're going to, because I might be able to help.
through this level.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable.
This is the
than
long
our
way of
secrets.
doing this
You
mission,
know
but
Mira, the VI
again,
for
sort of want to
15.
avoid
She handles the
unnecessary
safety protocols
combat.
for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an
Just really
experiment
explaining
that failed.
how we
These
fixed
three
the
were
VA.
exposed to a toxin, something we were
We can
working on.
persuade him,
I understand
thankfully,
your
since we have
caution,
enough
but I need
charm.
details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature.
Then he's finally going to
There was no
reveal that
profit
we're fighting
in
Rack
something that
now.
kills one species.
And Rex is probably not going to be happy
Working
with
on it
that.
and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Damn right.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
Yeah, no
I didn't
bioweapons,
expect
mate.
you'd understand.
You're going to be in
Our
trouble.
notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Oh, they have to go speak to
Talk
Captain
Maybe I can
Ventralis
convince him
first.
to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do
Again, they
anything,
do really like to draw this mission out if you want to do it
Talk
this
to you
way.
I hope you can do
But
something.
I think it's going to be safer than trying to charge through the heavily armed checkpoint. If it wasn't insanity mode, I would just probably do it that way, because I like to get into the fight with Benezia and just be heading out of Noveria as quickly as possible. It's not the worst level in the world, but I sort of prefer other missions.
Something.
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but
Hopefully
we
this
can't risk
guy doesn't send
contamination
us to do something
We're
else
not part of
before
the
he gives us
defense lab. We're
permission to
consuming
head
extra
downstairs.
rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. Alright, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door
Alright, now
behind
he's going to let us
you.
in.
He'll run a
Right,
full
nice.
scan before I'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
And are we going to be ambushed
You
by
and me
Rachni
both.
again while we're here? No. For some reason I remember Rachni jumping up again a second time when you go to speak to him. Maybe I imagined that. Okay, yeah, we're heading in this way. Hopefully this time the guard will just let us in.
What do you want?
Here to make the cure.
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Now when we go in here and make this cure, we do get ambushed by some Geth, and that is Sorry Doctor, who's really one of Matriarch Benezia's spies or whatever, part of her commando unit. So yeah, we just hit the button whenever the bar reaches the marker. Pretty simple minigame.
Your mission ends
And
here.
here comes the Sorry Commando.
About that.
She's surrounded by Geth and pointing a gun at us. Shoot her!
Rex is just like, yeah,
You're not
we'll see about that,
stupid.
bitch.
Weapons free.
Not gonna really spend any time talking there. We're just gonna machine gun her as quickly as possible. Hit her with throw and overkill or overload. Hit her with throw twice and I'll overload it. down for a moment until I kill these again. And there was another Asari commando with her. Okay, she destroyed my cover. I had her through and overkill. I think Rex accidentally threw that spinning box at her and that knocked her over. Last Geth, nice. Now we should be safe enough to get out of here. She killed the guard to get in, so there's no use talking to him.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with
I'm surprised that they didn't just kill this guy and everyone else in this room, to be honest.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I'll be leaving.
Okay, so now we'll go back to the doctor and finally get the key card or whatever to get out of this part of the lab. Okay, so he should be, yeah, back down here. And I'm hoping he doesn't have another task for us to go do, because I'm really getting annoyed at going up and down those elevators.
Is that the cure? You did
Just
it?
telling us Asari attacked us.
Scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yeah, Rex knows what's up.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Well, how do we get into maintenance
What
then?
about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track.
Don't always talk about there's nothing but snow back there, because there's a door that leads directly to the
you know that?
hot labs or whatever you call the place Benezia's in.
You didn't get these from me.
We'll just take some Medigel off this guy, even though I don't think we really need
Need
it.
to administer this. Thanks again.
The charm option was there, so I'll just take it. I think we have a full Medigel at the moment anyway, but we could have got more Medigel out of this Medikit over here. And who else? Right now we can go into the barracks, get to the maintenance area, and hopefully we don't have to go up any more elevators or go down any more elevators, because it is getting really annoying. But again, this was out in 2007. That was just kind of one of the design limitations they had to put in. Use elevators to disguise loading screens. Maintenance area, here we go. Now there's probably going to be Rachni out here, isn't there? Or maybe some Geth. Yeah, Rachni. Rachni aren't so bad if it's only one of them on their own, because you can sort of stun lock them. But when there's 2 or 3 charging towards you, they can be a bit more dangerous. And Benezia should be in here somewhere. Alright, here we go. Not sure if this will be a tough fight or not. You do get sent a few waves of enemies.
Her children were to be ours.
But it'll depend on whether or not we get surrounded or not. If I can keep moving around the room, I don't think they'll be able to pin me down or surround me too much.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
So yeah, again,
Indeed.
Liara gives you
What
extra
have you told
dialogue
me,
here.
Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't
It's kind of
believe
sad
you'd
this
kill
is
your own
Liara's
daughter.
only encounter with her mother
I
in
now
the
realize
series
I
that
should
we
have been
see.
stricter.
It would have been nice if there was another mission before this mission with Benezia, where you encounter her and maybe she defeats Shepard the first time you meet her, and Liara has some sort of talk with her, build up the character a bit more, and then we fight her again in Noveria, just to flesh out Benezia a bit more, give her a bit more screen time. Because before this mission, we've only really seen her in one cutscene, where she's hanging around with Saren on Sovereign. And mainly what you learn about her is from speaking to Liara on Normandy. But it would have been nice if we'd seen some other cutscenes with Benezia. Maybe seen some flashbacks before she was indoctrinated by Saren. But I suppose they don't really do flashbacks in this game that much, unless it's the Prothean beacon stuff. So far we're doing pretty well, we're not getting too damaged by these Phantoms or Geth troopers. This would have been a lot harder if they somehow managed to use Rachni to attack Shepard during this. It would have been the best sniper. Those snipers can kind of one-shot us in this game, especially if we're not at full health. Try not to use the med gel unless you really need to. Get the sniper. Okay, there we go. I think this is the last wave before we actually fight Benezia herself, maybe. She's looking pretty weak anyway. So, okay, there we go. It's most of the time. Yeah. I think there's an Asari commando. Geth Destroyer, okay. Oh, he's not. Yeah, there we go. Thought he was going to charge, but he didn't manage to get enough time to do it. More Geth troopers. Guess we took out all the Asari commandos. Okay, that went pretty well.
Saren is unstoppable.
Now Benezia is kind of going to overcome Saren's mind control for a little while.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
So you could turn on me again.
Yes, but it would not be
So
my
I think
will.
basically what she managed to do was lock away a small part of her brain
You come to
to stop it being indoctrinated, so that she could use it later to speak to Shepard and warn him about all this stuff.
It is a dreadnought.
But now that she's revealed that there's part of her that's not fully indoctrinated,
Sovereign's not
it's
like
going to
this.
spread quickly
Where did it come
and
from?
she's going to lose her mind again.
I cannot say. The Geth did
So we're
not
only going to
build
have
it.
this sort of
Its
brief
technology is
conversation
far
with
more
her.
advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at
She's
his
just
feet
really
and
delving into the
smiles as
process of
words pour
indoctrination, how it works.
into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was
You don't
strong
really
enough to
realise it's
resist.
happening at
Instead,
first,
I
and
became a
then before you know
willing
it,
tool, eager to serve. He
Saren
sent
or
me here to
Sovereign,
find the location of the new relay.
because Sovereign's the one
Its
really in
position was
charge.
lost thousands of years
They've
ago.
got full control over you. So yeah, what do you know about this relay?
2,000 years ago, The Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't.
The indoctrination's come back. It's going to be time to fight Benezia now. I don't think this is too difficult of a fight. The main challenge of this encounter is the waves of enemies at the start.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
Okay. Now it's time to take her down. Rex, if you could turn around and face the other way, maybe? Hit her with Carnage and Overload. Oh yeah, her assault rifle's absolutely destroying her. Okay, so that was pretty easy actually. I'm pretty overpowered at this point, even on Insanity, I guess.
Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
So yeah, she's refusing to be healed because even if we help her, Saren's mind or Saren's indoctrination will control her mind eventually again.
They always said there would be a...
Still, I think it would have been, there could have been some way of keeping her in a cell somewhere, keeping her locked down or in stasis, and when we blew up Salford later, maybe she could have been freed. But I guess there was no way for Shepard to get her out of that room safely, or get her into some sort of stasis pod or locked down or anything like that. So now we're basically going to talk to the Rachni Queen. I normally just keep the Rachni Queen alive because it really doesn't benefit you at all to take her down, in my opinion. I can't remember actually what happens if you do destroy the Rachni Queen. I don't think I've ever actually made the choice to destroy her. Because by the time you get to Mass Effect 3, having the Rachni Queen alive, the Reapers do try to take over her colony of Rachni or whatever. But once you free them, the Rachni Queen joins the Crucible project and gives you a lot of war assets. And it just, what's the point of destroying something that gives you war assets? Rex isn't going to be too happy about it. He's just like, yeah. He's just like, Shepard, shoot this thing in the face, or burn it with acid, kill it with fire, just get rid of it. But since we have the knowledge from the future game that keeping the Rachni alive helps us out, it's kind of a problem with having a game based with decisions that come back in later games, because once you know the final outcome, you sort of always know the correct, well, not correct way, but you know the best way to play the game, so you get the most war assets later on. It's like why I always save the Council. It's not that I really like the Council or anything, it's just that you save the Destiny Ascension, the warship, 10,000 Asari on it. It's going to be a pretty powerful war asset later.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
So yeah, there's no reason to really let the Council be destroyed.
Not necessary.
They do really ignore us all the time, don't listen to us, and the game does set it up for you to have a grudge, or for Shepard to have a grudge against the Council, and they have an opportunity to just let them die, and they sort of do their best to make that look like something Shepard would want to do.
Millions of my ancestors
But in the end,
died to put
it's
these
really
things
not
down.
about saving the
Don't
Council,
let
it's
them
about
come
saving
back.
the Destiny
They made a
Ascension.
mistake. They let the Krogan go too far.
So that's
This is
why I
a
always
chance for
save
us to
them.
atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your
And yeah, Liara and Rex have different opinions about destroying the Arachnite.
free us.
Rex would obviously just want to get rid of him.
Silence of memory.
I suppose he does have a point, like if this Queen
I
ever
won't
does
destroy
go
your
crazy,
entire race. You'll go
or
free.
the colony of
Your
Arachnite
people
that
didn't
she
fight these
creates gets
bastards,
too
so maybe you
large,
don't get it.
they're going to start expanding again maybe.
Are we any better?
They
if we
might
kill
get a
them
little
all?
violent,
Do what you
and
want.
Rex,
My people will clean up this mess.
Rex is already saying he's probably going to have to clean it up later.
You will give us the chance to come.
But that could be an interesting thing for Mass Effect 5 or Mass Effect 4 or whatever the new one they're making is going to be about.
Great.
I really hope it does take into account some of the stuff that happens in the main trilogy. Like if the Arachnite are alive, what are they doing in Mass Effect 5 now? Have they gone evil? Or was Shepard right to set them free? It's just one minor thing I'd like to come up. Because the Arachnite could be a good villain for the next game. But I'm not sure they would go with something like that because so many people probably decided to destroy them. And they probably don't want to make something canon that for other players wasn't canon. It's kind of why it's tricky to do a direct sequel to Mass Effect 3. Because there's so many different states the galaxy could be in, depending on what people's Shepards did. Some people might have cured the genophage, other people might have left it alone. If you cured the genophage in the next game, could the Krogan be on the rise like the Arachnite? Could they be an issue that we'd have to deal with? But again, that means making one decision canon against another. Okay, return to the Normandy. No, I have to deal with the hot labs first. Yeah, I forgot about this. You have to go down here and we have to purge, activate the neutron purge or whatever it's called, and clear out the rest of the Arachnite because they've kind of lost their mind because of the way they were developed in this lab or whatever. They didn't develop right, so they're kind of crazy and they're not going to be much use to the Arachnite Queen, so it's just better if they get destroyed. We'll just use that and put up that for you, Liara, and put that in the throw for Rex. Then we have to get the key code or whatever off this guy,
Holding up.
and then put it into the computer and activate the neutron purge. This fight that happens here could be tricky because the way I remember it, quite a lot of Arachnite jump up out of the floor once you activate the purge, and it could be quite tricky to get past them and get out of here. It might actually be a harder fight than fighting Benezia. It's been a little while since I've done this mission, so I can't be too sure, but I do think quite a lot of Arachnite appear.
That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous.
So yeah, you just explained the Arachnite, how they managed to clone an egg that they found on a derelict ship or something like that.
It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Obviously, they were
Yeah,
wrong.
separating these Arachnite from the queen sort of messed them all up.
I am thinking that without a queen, Arachnite do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping.
So yeah, these Rachni went out of their mind without being connected to the Queen
This
any
is
longer.
fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert
He's
the
going to
key.
give us the key.
Then I will give Mira the
Or,
start.
oh well, he would have given us the key, but now he's been taken out. I kind of wondered why he was just sitting in here. If there was Rachni hiding so close by, I would have sat down in that lab if there was Rachni around. So it was kind of odd how he was just sitting in here by himself. But we'll get the code off him. And we'll go activate this neutron purge.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
And again, this could be a pretty
Activate the
tricky
neutron
fight.
purge.
Hopefully we don't get destroyed
I'm sorry,
during it.
but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Yeah, just give the
Code
code.
input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verify. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Alright, now we've got 2 minutes to get out of here. But yeah, as I'm saying, a lot of Rachni just jump up from underneath the floor. I think if we just ran out there, we would get killed in 5 seconds. So I think we need to fight them from this range. I dodge all the little poison. Oh, jeez, that one hit us badly. LDR is down. That's great. We'll use Unity. Because even if Liara is going down pretty quick, at least she's drawing fire from the enemy. Okay, a minute and 20 seconds. Okay, that's not a lot of time. We really need to take these guys down quicker. Liara went down again. And we don't have recharged Unity just yet. Oh well. Hopefully Rex has took like no damage there. Meanwhile we're getting destroyed and Liara's been getting destroyed. No, 59 seconds, come on. Shepard, we've got to get out of here. Okay, I think that's most of them will just charge out now. There's only 2 left. We'll get out of here in 40 seconds, we're going to die. And we're going to die anyway because we got hit with that. Okay. Right, that's all of them. Let's go. Okay, so we used a lot of metagel during that, but we also managed to not die, so good job us. That went better than I thought it would. It was actually a harder fight than fighting Benezia. Alright, well, I think I'll end this episode here for today, just with us heading back to the Normandy, because there's not a lot of combat after this. It's just basically Shepard filling in the crew what happened during his time in Noveria. So yeah, we'll just go in here and we'll activate this, and this will take us back to the Normandy. So alright people, thanks for watching. Next time we'll be heading to Vermeer, and hopefully we'll keep Rex alive thanks to all the charm points we picked up. Alright, see you later people.